Okay, what is your name?
Ivette.
Okay, and what grade are you in, Yvette?
I'm going to the 11th.
Okay, and how old are you?
16.
Okay, and have you gone to school in the U.S. your entire life?
Yes.
Okay, and were you born here?
Yes.
Okay, what about your parents?
They were born in Mexico.
Okay, and where did they go to school?
I don't know.
Okay, who do you live with now?
My stepmom.
Okay, and did she go to school?
From middle school.
Okay, did she go to school here or in Mexico?
In Mexico.
Okay. Tell me about how your grades are in school on average.
B's, high B's.
Okay. And which subject is the easiest for you?
History.
Okay. And which subject is the most difficult for you?
Math.
Why?
Because I have to think a lot.
Okay.
Too much math problems.
Okay. Did you know English when you first started school?
Yeah.
Okay. What was the primary language spoken, or what is the primary language spoken at home?
Spanish.
Okay. But you didn't have any language problems at all during your school career, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay. What motivates you to do well in school?
I don't know. Like, I just do it so, like, I'm able to go to college and, like, get a good education and, like, move on with my life.
Okay, and why is that important?
Because, my parents wanted me to, and, like, I want my kids to go to college and everything, and, for that to, like, be able to happen, I have to go to college and get a good education and get a good job.
Okay. All right. Your stepmom, you said, didn't go to school past middle school. Can she read and write in English?
No.
Okay. So is she able to provide any assistance when you're trying to do your homework or anything like that?
No.
And how has that affected you?
Well, I have to go to other family members to ask them about questions.
Okay.
Homework.
What is your stepmom's role in your education?
Well, she doesn't really do anything. She just kind of takes me to school.
Okay. Okay. And how important do you think it is to her that you graduate?
Important, very important. She's letting me move in with one of my family members, so I can go and pursue forensics, which is in that school that I'm going to next year.
Okay. Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Yes, I have 2 brothers.
Okay, and tell me about them.
Okay, one just graduated this year, and then I have another one who's barely going to 1st grade.
Okay. And what has your older brother's experience with education been?
Well, we never really went to school together besides, like, elementary. That was only for a couple of years, so I'm not really sure.
Okay. Is he as motivated as you are with school?
I guess, since he's going to college.
Okay. And he had the same stepmom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that that affected him in school, the fact that she's pretty hands-off with your school?
Maybe, since he also moved.
Okay. How about your little brother? How does he do in school?
He actually gets really good grades.
Okay. Okay. Do you think that he'll be able to carry himself through school, or do you think he'll have to move as well if he wants to pursue higher education?
No, I think he can do it. So far, like, no one really helps him on his homework. And, like, whenever he does need help on his homework, he goes and asks me, but that's rare.
Okay. What did your parents do, because you're not with your parents now, but what did they do to communicate to you that education was important? How did they get that point across to you?
They always told me that they wanted me to go to school and go to college since they weren't ever able to, and that it would help me later on and get a good job.
Okay. Why weren't your parents able to go to school?
Because they only went to, like, middle school, and then they dropped out because in Mexico, I think you have to pay for more things, like, and then, like, supplies are, like, a little bit and stuff.
Okay, so they just weren't able to afford it?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me what your teachers do that helps you?
Well, some of them, like, they, like, ask, like, how I'm doing even out of school, and, like, some of them even have tutoring, like, later on after school or before school.
And why does that help you?
Because, like, if I don't understand something, I just go to them, and then they kind of, like, help me one-on-one.
Okay. How does it help you when they ask you how you're doing outside of school?
Because sometimes there might be something wrong, and, like, you're not doing good in that class, like, that day, and then they kind of notice, so sometimes they get worried.
Okay. What is something that teachers do that hurts you? Not hurts your feelings, but hurts you academically?
They kind of, like, when they're, like, moving in through subjects, sometimes they go too fast on something, and some teachers don't even have tutoring sometimes, and, like, some of them don't even show up for tutoring when they say that they're going to have tutoring.
Okay. What do you think is the biggest disadvantage that you have in school? What do you think holds you back the most?
Like, sometimes I need help on, like, a subject, and most people can't help me on it.
Like what?
Like, math.
Okay. Do you feel confident when you're at school with your classes?
Depends on what subject.
Okay, like in math. Do you feel confident, or do you feel nervous and scared?
Nervous.
Okay. Is there anything your teacher could do to change how you feel?
I don't know, just maybe teach classes slower.
Okay. How likely is it that you'll graduate?
Very likely.
Okay. Is there any chance that you wouldn't graduate?
No.
Okay. How likely is it that you'll go to college?
That's, like, very likely too.
Okay. How likely is it that you'll graduate from college?
Very likely.
Okay. And if I were to ask your stepmom the same questions, what do you think would be the answers?
Probably the same thing.
Okay. And what about your little brother? How likely is it that he'll graduate from school?
I'm pretty sure he's going to graduate too.
Okay. Are you as confident with him as you are with yourself?
Yeah, because he's seeing me and my brother graduate too later on. Well, he's already seen my older brother graduate.
Okay. Do you think that your older brother at any point had a doubt that he might not graduate?
Maybe, like, in his freshman year.
Okay. Why do you think he had that doubt?
Because there was no one really to help him in, like, that year. So then the next year he ended up moving with one of my aunts.
Okay. So he had a lack of family support with his education?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.